Japan is preparing for a war it hopes never happens. And the most important changes are happening so quietly that most people don't realize Japan has already crossed a line it spent 70 years avoiding. In the last few years, Japan has changed where its forces are placed, how fast commanders are allowed to act, and what kind of war it believes would begin first. For decades, Japan followed a simple security rule. Nothing happens suddenly. If there is a crisis, there is warning. If there is warning, there is time. If there is time, Japan can decide what to do. That rule shaped everything, from training schedules to military law. But here is the problem. Modern conflict no longer follows that rule. Missiles do not wait for announcements. Cyber disruptions do not come with explanations. Airspace can be contested before leaders even meet. Japan now believes that waiting to see what happens may be the most dangerous choice of all, and this realization is the foundation of every change that follows. Japan's planners are no longer asking, how do we respond to conflict? They are asking something far more uncomfortable. That single question reshaped Japan's defense thinking, because if the answer is, we lose time, then everything must change. Where forces are stationed, who can give orders, how fast decisions are made. This is where the quiet shift begins. Japan does not get to think about Taiwan as a distant issue. Geography removes that option. If conflict erupts between China and Taiwan, Japan faces immediate consequences. Military traffic through nearby waters, airspace pressure near Japanese islands, threats to shipping and energy routes. Japan's planners assume one thing. A Taiwan crisis would reach Japan in hours, not weeks. That assumption did not exist in the past. Here is the gap Japan is racing to close. Weapons move faster than politics. A missile launch takes minutes. A decision takes debate. Japan now believes the opening phase of any conflict would be decided before traditional responses even begin. So, instead of preparing for escalation, Japan is preparing for immediacy. And this is where the most controversial changes appear. Japan's military focus is moving south, not symbolically, physically. Islands that once had minimal defense are now central to planning. Equipment is closer. Forces rotate more frequently. Exercises assume isolation. Why? Because islands are not just land. They are radar. They are air control. They are launch points. Japan's planners now assume that losing even one key island early could decide the rest of the conflict. So, the goal is no longer recovery. The goal is denial from minute one. Japan is not training for a slow buildup. It is training for confusion. Exercises now assume communications fail early, civilian systems are disrupted, commands may be cut off. This forces units to operate independently, something Japan avoided in the past. Why does this matter? Because decentralized action only happens when leadership believes central control may not survive the opening phase. That is a profound shift. Missiles compress time. They overwhelm defenses. They force immediate reaction. Japan's old approach assumed interception alone was enough. That assumption is gone. Now the focus is layered. Detect earlier. Disrupt sooner. Act faster. Japan's fear is not escalation. It is paralysis. Here is the most important shift so far, and most viewers miss it. Japan has changed who's allowed to act first. Decision-making authority has moved downward. That means faster reactions, but also less room for delay. Once this kind of system is built, it cannot be casually reversed. This is not a temporary adjustment. It is structural. Japan is not preparing to strike first. It is preparing to avoid being frozen. The planning assumes confusion comes before clarity. Speed matters more than statements. The first hours decide everything. This is not ambition. It is risk management under uncertainty. Japan's defense planning used to assume stability as the default. Now it assumes instability is always possible. That single belief changes. Training, placement, authority, and readiness. And once a country adopts that mindset, it does not go back. Japan did not announce a new era. It prepared for one. Quiet preparation is more revealing than loud warnings. And what truly changed is this. Japan no longer believes it will be warned before the world around it shifts. So, it is preparing, calmly, deliberately, and quietly, for the moment when waiting is no longer an option.